Hi everyone, and welcome to our authentic journal kit. This is our assembly video, and I wanted to show you this because I know several of you have asked, hey, what's the best way to assemble it? What does it look like when it's done? All that kind of stuff. How do I do this exactly? So I wanted to do this video to show you everything that you get in the kit, as well as how this is going to work assembled. So for the first little bit here, obviously here are our pages, okay, our interior pages, and all I've done right now is cut them out, printed and cut them out. The same thing with the elements. All the elements are just simply print. You know, they've been printed, they've been cut out. You can so you can see this is everything that you get in the kit. Okay, the journal cards, everything else. So what do we do in terms of assembly? Let's scrape some of that off there. The first thing to note is with the cover. The cover is a different piece, and what I mean by that is there is this pink spine. So the cover was created 1/4 inch larger than the actual pages, and that's because when you fold this over and when we put this together, which I will show you, I want this to have a bit of a spine because I want all these interior pages to be able to fit in there accurately. Being that this is a personal journal, so whether you're using this at New Year's, so you're using it for weight loss, you're using it for personal goals, you're using it for life goals, you want to get a better house, get a better job, whatever, and this is how you're going to journal about it and diarize it and follow yourself through. You're going to have each of your pages that you're going to have your goals, or if you're accomplished, and that is kind of the point of it all, and that's the reason I wanted to make the spine in here. Is you're probably going to print these pages off. There are 7 individual pages, and they're double-sided, so that gives you 14 individual pages. So if we look at it, say you wanted it for a month, you wanted to do the month of January. Okay, well, you're going to have to print off obviously the full set of pages twice. That'll give you 28 days plus another 3, right? So you need to print 2 more pages. Actually, you'll end up with 32 days in it. As well, if you wanted to do it for a year, and you said this is going to be a weekly page, so each page is going to represent 1 week's time frame, then that way you are going to, obviously, like I said before, you have 14 of these, so that means you are going to want to print this off 4 times, and then take one of the pages out in order to equal your 52 weeks, right? Sorry, 2 of your pages out to equal your 52 weeks. So whichever way you decide to do it, that is kind of the crux of the journal. Now, in putting the journal together, the first step is obviously going to be to score each of these pages so that they go nicely down and fold nicely for you. So obviously we put our scoring tool, and you guys know how this is going to go. I'm just going to show you really quickly here, just with this one. There's our scoring tool has worked. Then we fold our page along that scoring line, right, in order to get it. You get the idea. Let's do this page here, right? We place our ruler along there to get our exact straight page. We use our scoring tool. So if you don't have a scoring tool like this one, this happens to be a bone folder. This is a scoring tool, but you can use the back edge of a table knife. There's so many things that you can do with that. Off you go with it. Now, the pages, when you fold them and score them, you want to fold the finished sides in on each other. Okay, and I'll show you why. You'll see that when we actually make this, but there it is. Okay, and we use our folder again to smooth that out. Obviously, I'm trying to stay within the frame of our video here, but we want all of them folded like that. Okay, so do every single one like that. I'm gonna stop the video now and come back once everything has been folded, and then that way we can go through the process of putting it together. And we're back. So I've done all my scoring because that's kind of a little bit of a boring thing to sit and watch somebody. And here's what we end up with. So as I mentioned to you, there is that spine. Hopefully this shows up well so that you can see that. But you can see the dimension in it where there is a spine there, so that when we insert all of our pages, this isn't the way they're going to go in, but just for thickness wise, as you can see, that's, you know, we've got more room there, but that's what's going to be necessary in order to put lots of pages into this and have a nice looking journal. So in terms of putting the journal together, okay, so there's our cover, and here's all of our interior pages, and like I said, scored so that each of them has the finished pages folded in on each other, okay? So in order to assemble, what you want to do, let's just take the first couple of pages here. What you want to do is when we flip this open, obviously we're going to have the first page is going to be glued. We want to make sure that we only come over as far as the spine. So we would glue this page down to the inside cover, okay? Page 1. So let's just, I'm going to use a post-it note here just as a kind of hold stuff together. So that is page 1, okay? Then we fold this over. So again, we are right against that edge of that spine right there. Page 2, now we glue these two together, okay? And let's take another post-it, kind of put this together here just so as a quick one. I'll show you the finished project when I'm done, obviously, but so then that way we are making a perfect book, okay? We'll do this, I'll do it one more time for you here. So again, we fold it over so that non-printed sides get pasted together here, okay? So we'll do this one more time. There is our glue. How do you like my glue? Pretty good, eh? Nice glue, isn't it? It's yellow. So that goes in. Away we go. We keep progressing on. Let's just say this was our last page. Okay, we've pasted in as many as we want. We now paste that one, okay, to the inside cover again, okay? So when we then have our thing all glued together, there we go. And isn't that nice? So we have everything put together, okay? Now, when you do, because it's not glued in at the back, you can see how it kind of pops off from the cover. Now, these will be glued in, so it probably won't pop off much, but sometimes if these center pages, when all of them are glued together, it's gonna be a little saggy, so it's gonna be like an accordion where it's gonna wanna kind of fold out. Well, you can do all kinds of things. One idea I had is just to take some jute, or maybe you wanna do ribbon, go find the center page, okay? So you make sure you have the center of the book. You place that through, okay, like so. We fold it over. We have it in the back here. We tie this down, and that gives you a nice thing, okay? Now, so you can use jute, you can use ribbon, you can use like whatever you want, right? There's all kinds of things that you can do, but that's what you can do if you do place in a lot of pages. Like if you print all 7 pages out twice, so you end up with 14, plus a couple extra to give you a full 31, or you print it out even more than that to give you a full, like we were talking about earlier, where each page represents a week and it represents an entire year, so you'd have a total of 52 individual pages in here. That's going to get pretty cumbersome, so you may want to place something in there, okay? Lastly, before I let you go, for assembly-wise, and then I'll show you the finished project, this, let's move that out of the way for a second. This is the pocket that comes exactly like this to you, like on your page. When you get it in the folder, it looks exactly like this, okay? It has 2 glue tabs here, okay? And obviously this is a top portion that folds over. This is the back that's actually gonna get glued down somewhere, so you won't even actually see that part, but I did cover it in a paper. So when you have it cut out, we obviously wanna fold this over so that it is like so. Okay, so again, this is the back part, and it will fold over. And the glue tabs are to glue it together. So we fold each of the tabs in on itself, place the glue onto here, fold it over, and there you go. Now you have a nice little pocket. Now what do I do with this pocket? Okay, the pocket, what I would suggest is to glue it in, I would think either in the very front, so it's easily accessible, or in the very back, okay? Put it on one of those 2 pages, because what the intention is we have these 4 pull this out of the way here. We have these 4, and they're labeled as pocket cards, okay? So there are these 4 pocket cards that come to you in this journal kit. They're already pre-done. As you can see, you have room on the front to journal. You can also journal on the back, okay? This one doesn't leave you much room to journal on the front, but you can journal on the back. Same thing with these ones. Lots of journal squares. These, let's just take one of them here. Let's hold this up. Slide into your pocket, okay? Into your completed pocket, as you can see, okay? So there you go. What this intention is write your goals on these, okay? I want to lose X amount of weight. I want to lose 5 pounds by the end of January, okay? There is my goal. So I put my goal in there. At the end of January, I can pull this out, or perhaps even before the end, reached my goal on January 23rd. How happy does that make you? Stick it in there. When you're having a low day, or you're thinking, oh man, I'm just kind of off. I need some inspiration again. What am I supposed to be really focusing on? Or maybe this is for believing in yourself, and you're telling yourself to be yourself. You're a good person. So you write your good qualities on these things. I am a good listener. I am a good friend. I am a good sister. I'm a good wife. I'm a good husband. I'm a good whatever. Place these in here, okay? And then that way you always have this pocket. So you have these in here to monitor, to keep you on track, to keep your goals, okay? You can obviously do other things for it. You can put images in there if you had, if you're more of a visual person and you want to either just slide the images in here. This pocket measures, let's say 3 by 3, a little less, 3 by 2 and 3/4. You'll see it once you have it glued up, and you can print off whatever you want. But you'll have that in terms of maintaining your goals and always having that reference. That is so nice, right? That is so nice to have. Lastly, before I let you go, when you glue this up, and I'm going to show you this when I actually have finished gluing this, is when you glue these pages, only glue along the top, the inside, and the bottom. Leave the centers open. Why do I say that? Because the kit comes with these beautiful tags, and you can take these tags, slide them in there. Maybe again, you have an image. Let's just use this as, let's just say this is an image on this side of it, and you've printed off something that's special to you. You're gonna have pockets in between each and every page where you're gonna be able to slide things in, okay? And with those, that was the reason for these tabs. These tabs can be used for an image like that. So we glue a tab on the front. We can glue a tab on the back if we want as well. There we go. So that's what it would look like glued onto there. So you have an easy way of bringing that back out, as well as you have a writable area on there. Maybe this is this week's goal is to learn a new recipe, okay? Or you found a recipe. I want to make this week. I came across a great recipe for a creamy Italian dressing, or salmon croquettes. You know, the salmon patties? We tried them out last night and they were fabulous, by the way. So you think, okay, I want to learn how to do that. So you slide that in there, has a tab on it, right? Easy to pull out. Here we go. I have it with me. Maybe I'm not on that page. I'm on this week or this day or whatever. Always leave those. So those give you so many options in order to place things in there. Okay? So there is the glue up stage. So stay with us, and I'll be back in a second with it all completed for you to see the completed project. Thanks for staying with us, and here is the completed journal. Look at this. How fabulous is this? So once again, this is using our authentic collection, and this is 7 inches by 5 inches, so it's a nice size, so you can see my hand next to it. Guy's size hand, right? It's a good size, so there's lots of writable room in here for you, and it is beautiful. It's inspiring. It really makes your heart shine with all the florals, the quotes in here that are so inspirational. Please use this as a personal journal. It is fantastic. So to show you how it all turns out, here we are, like I said, when you glue those pages together, there you are. I've chosen to put this pocket in the very front. You choose whatever suits you. But then this way, I have my little pocket cards that slide right in there, as you can see. Great item in order to hold images, photos, goals, like I said, those journal pocket cards. Let me just grab another one here. These journal pocket cards are fantastic. So much room to write on, so much room and so many things you can do with them. Be inspired by them. Obviously, I've left this page blank. This has with the lines on it, it has so much potential as is. This one here, I will and I am. Now, again, I will. What am I going to do this year? What am I going to do this month? What am I going to do this week? Write in your goals here. Really, I don't know why, but it's been said over and over and over. If you listen to any of the people that speak about it or read books about it, whenever you write it down, it seems to make it more real. It's almost like, okay, now I've kind of written it down. I have to do this. It propels you to do things. So I will do these things, but remember, I am. And tell yourself the good things. Do not focus on the bad. The bad is the things that we focus on personally inside our own heads. Focus on the good things. Start telling yourself that. Here, I chose to use this element, which is you get as part of the kit. And I only glued down the bottom portion so I can slide a photo in here. Now, I happen to slide a photo in here and it holds it down nicely. You could slide in a card. You could have beautiful me that you wanted to use, and you've journaled on the back so everything is private to you, but you know exactly where it is. Doesn't that look nice? That's a good way of using that element there. There's so many options. You can leave this page blank, whatever, and write on it. That is just one idea of how I chose to use the elements. So think about that in terms of that, or as well as how I chose to further adorn this page with the elements that are included in the journal kit that you've bought. These pages here, obviously this is going to contain a photo. I didn't place a photo in here. And if you want to, before you paste this together, just cut that out so that that's blank in behind. And that way, with this being open in between the two pages, I can slide my photo in there and it'll hold it nicely and snugly in there. Enjoy each little moment. Again, I thought that this page had everything it needed on it, so I left it alone. But what I did do is, these are the journal cards that you get in the kit. Again, I chose to use 2 tabs. So no matter whether I'm on coming up to that page or I'm past that page, I have something written there as to what this is. Maybe this is recipe of the week. Maybe this is my monthly goal. Maybe this is whatever. An inspirational quote that I refer to when I'm feeling kind of low or whatever, or trying to keep up. That is what that is all about. So these, like I said to you before, when you put it together, only glue on the 3 edges, leave the glue off the inside, and that gives you a pocket to slide that into. Here, goals and plans. So again, gives you lots of room to write, be yourself, and be happy. Don't worry about what the world's doing or what everything else is going on. Hey, take a look at those things, and maybe that's something that is of interest to you or you want to improve upon yourself. But make sure that these are you. Make sure they're personal to you. Notes. So again, a beautiful page all on its own, I thought. But whereas this one, again, this is the element that comes already to you in the kit. I've placed it on this page because I thought it looked really neat with the way this page is already built. I've placed this up on the foam dots. So I'll see if I can hold that up. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that or not. I placed that up on the foam dots so you can kind of see in there. So that it has a bit of dimension to it. And again, photo in there or image that is really inspirational to you. As well, on this page here, there it is with one of those journal cards again. I've glued on the tabs on here so I can see and write on those tabs so that I know exactly what I'm getting. But here it is, sliding right into the pocket, working perfectly, right? I can slide it down so I can see the 2 different tabs. And beginnings. Maybe you have a new beginning. Maybe you're starting a new career. Maybe you'd like to start a new career, or maybe you're going to college. Here's your new beginnings. This is the first time you're doing this. This page here has a beautifully done journal card already placed onto the paper. But I thought, being that this is so dark, great to have the title tag on here, which again, this element comes in the journal kit for you. I just put it up on some foam dots, and so I can write on there. Makes for a really enhanced, beautiful page. And lastly, this is my back inside cover. Here I've shown you how to use the arrow elements. I'm going to put life as a journey to become who you truly are. I've used that. Being that it's popped up on the foam squares, it's repositionable. So I can turn that around. Maybe I write something in here that I really want to highlight. Maybe I write right on the tag, this is me today, I've accomplished this, whatever. Great use of the arrows. Over here, now you can see these beautifully designed yellow pages. Aren't those gorgeous? These, I just put in Post-it notes because I had the idea, but I didn't actually have the paper printed off, so I just wanted to show you. What a great idea to use, whether you print off an extra one of these pieces and cut the squares out of the paper, or you buy the authentic kit. This coordinates with our, obviously, is made using our FQB or our bundled authentic collection. And so if you have that already, or by buying it, you have access to so many more papers and elements and everything else. That is why I thought to put a waterfall in here. Imagine being able, if these are photos or images, or they're inspirational quotes for you, but make a waterfall out of it. We all know how to do that from mini albums. If not, watch some of our other tutorial videos about making a mini album. I do show you how to make waterfalls and how to paste these in. But look at that. That gives you 8 separate areas to post photos, write things about, and another great use of a page to basically make a page enhanced and give you more on that page. And finally, the back cover. You're awesome. Don't ever forget that. And that is the truth. So that, folks, is our authentic journal kit. That is how you put together any of our journal kits. So no matter which one, we now have several of them. If you're watching this video and just want to know how to put together one of our journal kits, they're all the same. So you put them together, any way is the same, other than the elements are a little different, so you'll use those in a different way. Thanks for tuning into our video. Be sure to click on the Nitwit collections you see below in order to subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up. Leave us a comment, let us know what you think about this kit. And if you haven't purchased the kit already, off you go. Get this kit for yourself because it is such a useful kit for anything for you to become a better person, and we all want to do that. Thanks again for tuning in, and hope you have a great time with this kit.